New details in the fight against ISIS. President Obama announcing today that he will be boosting the number of American troops in Syria. Here to weigh in, retired Lieutenant Colonel James Carafano of the Heritage Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. What do you think of this plan?
Not much. I mean, first of all, it's 250 troops, which is, there's no way that number could be anything like any kind of game changer. We don't know where they are. We don't know what they're going to be doing, so it's very hard to make a military assessment of this. And the announcement comes from the President of the United States when he's in Germany and he's trying to not make his trip look ridiculous and useless. So it's an announcement of something. I mean, normally this is the kind of thing you would get from a press officer at CENTCOM, at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Yeah. So getting it from the president, it just kind of sounds like, I'm trying to say I'm doing something. I'm sorry, it's just the way it sounds.
And on top of it, I mean, he announced again, that we're moving forward, we're going to retake Mosul, which is something that he has said in the past. What do you make of that?
Well, here's my concern about that. It's very clear that the president has ratcheted up his rhetoric and the optics. This is all going to get done before I leave office. And I don't know what the politics are behind that. But he goes to the CIA, has a big photo op. Look at me, I'm working on this. But here's what I'm concerned. Look, we'd all love to see ISIS crushed, and we'd be thrilled if it happened before he left office. But if this is just throwing people out there to pretend like I'm doing something and distract people, or even worse, pushing people to do something before they're ready and capable of doing that and just pushing them into a meat grinder, yeah. That's horrific. And if you look at my only concern is look at the president's track record for years on these issues. He's been wrong, he's been late, he's been risk averse, he's been political. So now to hear the president say this is what I'm doing and this is ground truth and reality, I just got to sit in the skeptic camp, until somebody shows me something different.
Yeah, he said that he's adding troops to help keep momentum. Do you feel like we do have some momentum at this point at all?
Well, no, not really, because what we've seen with ISIS is a bit of balloon. You push something and you push something out, and they lose something and they get something back. Okay, so we've seen oil revenue, for example, go down. That's good, but we've also seen them look for other sources of revenue. That's bad. We've seen the salaries of foreign fighters go down. That's good, but we've seen foreign fighters continue to flock there in increasing number. We've seen the Iraqis move out. That's good, but we haven't seen them be very aggressive. So. I mean, it's just not a picture where you can confidently say, oh, yeah, don't worry about this. It's in the rearview mirror. I just, as a military analyst, I just don't feel confident saying that yet.
Unfortunate. Lieutenant Colonel Carafano, thank you. Appreciate your insight.
You bet.